Hey you guys, I'm Lisa from theScore eSports and I'm here with CLG's Huhi after a crazy game against ROX Tigers. Now, after that game, how does it feel to beat the #1 seed coming out of Korea?
It feels always good. Like whenever we beat RNG at MSI, I'll say we had the same feelings. Everyone expected like 100. If we ask 100 people, 100 people will expect them to win, and we just crushed that. So it just feels good. But I feel like the gap is like definitely closing up. So that's why like we were so dominated, I guess.
Do you think part of it is that ROX underestimated you at all?
I don't really think so. I think in this tournament, like everyone will respect each other. Like I was like hearing Rocks respecting Albus NoX a lot, and I do respect them a lot too. So it's just like about how the pick and bans goes and how the setup is, and like whenever a player can like always pop off.
You say that, but ROX didn't ban your Aurelion Sol. Don't you think that was a mistake on their part?
I mean, Aurelion Sol does have a lot of counter pick. Like Malzar is one of them too. So they did pick Malzar to not let me pick Sol, but I was like comfortable on Sol enough that I was able to handle those things. So I guess they just didn't expect me to pick Sol into a counter matchup.
You're very confident. Now, I wanted to talk about one moment in the game when I think it was top lane. You were fighting Prey, and you like one-shotted him. How did that feel? It was really funny just watching it.
I mean, I knew that he was going to die, but like my teammates didn't know, and then it's just like people doesn't expect how much Sol does. So like since I play Sol a lot and I was like fed a lot of games, like I know how much damage I do. So like I knew that even though there were 2 or 3 people over there, I knew that I was going to kill one guy and then get out for free.
So Aurelion Sol was disabled the last 2 days. So how did that affect you in your like practice time?
It didn't really affect me, but it did affect the pick and bans a little bit because I always pick early and Sol to certain picks. But since Sol was banned, like I don't have any answers to those picks. So that was like I guess the damage that we got. But since Sol is open now, like we don't have to worry about those things.
Well, actually, I noticed your coach Tony, he took to Twitter to be like, help out with figuring out the bugs. Was that like a team plan to try to fix this issue, or why did he do that?
I guess he was just mad that like the Sol was banned again because it was the same problem as the TSM game that we had in semifinals, and it was really unfortunate back then because like it was the same issue. Like it was perfect. We had the perfect draft, and then because of Sol ban, like everything just got crushed, and pretty much like it will not affect that much, but it will still affect the draft. So I guess Tony wanted some help from fans.
And I guess it worked out, right? Why do you think other regions haven't picked up Sol in the same way like you have?
I think they're just not comfortable on Sol yet because when I first played Sol, like I just played it because it was fun. I didn't thought it was that strong, but like after I played a few games, like it's kind of like you have to get used to it because autoing doesn't do that much damage compared to your orbs. So you have to like always think when I'm going to use my W, like how do I have to use it? So it's like it feels like you're not controlling the character. Sometimes, like if you play, it's just hard to pick up, I guess.
Now, I think after this game, it's safe to say you're not going to be playing Sol much anymore. So now that that champion's kind of, taken away from you, I thought of a fun game to play. It's called Viable or Not Viable. So I'm going to just list some champions, and you just tell me, is it possible to play right now or not in the mid lane? Okay, ready?
All right.
So first one, Talia.
Unviable.
Viable. Ziggs.
Wait, so it was viable or
Not
not viable? Yeah.
So now Ziggs.
Viable.
Okay, you don't have to explain. I don't want to spoil any secrets for you. Pantheon.
That's viable.
Oh. Zillion.
That's not viable.
Assassins like LeBlanc.
That's viable.
Ooh, that's interesting. Zed.
Viable.
I like where this is going. Okay, I'm going to stop it there because I don't want to spoil any secrets, Today was, you guys won your game, but I wanted to touch on yesterday's game where you guys did lose against Albus NoX. When we talked in Korea, you guys as a team said that you weren't really focusing on them much. You guys are focusing more on ROX and G2, and Albus is the only team you lost to. So, do you think you guys maybe underestimated them, or just were underprepared for them?
Um, Honestly, yeah, because we naturally just watch EU games or Korean LCK games, but it's just hard to like find those VODs of Albus NoX in regular season and watch those things. So, like whenever we start to watch, like we will 100% have like less understanding about their game plan than the other region, because other region we will just consistently watch because they're a good region. But right now, I do think Albus NoX is a really, really strong team, and like they deserve to be here. They deserve to be 2-1 right now.
So in your group, is it now G2 is not your main competition? It's actually Albus NoX for potentially the second or first place coming out of groups?
For the first seed, yeah.
Aiming high. Well, after today's game, you guys played amazing. Especially you. You were pretty much the star of this game. So what did this match mean to you? Especially beating a Korean team too.
Didn't I guess it just felt good because like especially yesterday, the game, even though I didn't feel like I played really bad, like people were criticizing me a lot, so I was like kind of sad because like there was like 1,000 people criticizing me, so I was just kind of sad. But like I guess it was really helpful that I was facing this low right now, because yesterday I was just realizing like those things doesn't really matter again, and like I just have to play well so that I can turn them, and like it's up to me to make them to love me. So yeah.
So after this match, I think people are definitely going to be singing your praises for a while. But thank you so much for this interview, and I hope you guys the best luck for next week. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out the rest of our stuff on our channel.